Well, good morning, everyone. Good morning. Happy Saint Day after Patrick's Day. What do you think about that one? What do you think about that one, Jared? Jared, do you have your green on today? Steve's got his green on today. Danny's got her green on today. I like it. We're still with the green. I told Wendy, I said, well, the next time I pull out my green for when the New York Jets are playing football in September. That's the next time I pull that out. So good morning to you all. What up, Hunter? What up, Heather? Good morning. Heather looks really cold. She's either got earmuffs on over there or she's got a really cool headset on. I think they're earmuffs. She's going to try to say they're headsets, but they're earmuffs. I know it. What up, James? Good morning to you. Looks like Jackie's making something special over there. I don't know what it is, but she's cooking up something, Karen. Say good morning in the chat. Say good morning in the chat. What up, James? Good morning, Kat D. Latrice. Good morning to you. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Coach Sonona's in the house. Coach Sonona, good morning to you, sir. Who else? Jesse's here. Good morning, David and Jill and Dennis. Lynn, good morning to you. Michelle, Amanda, what up, girl? What up, Tony? Robert, good morning to you all. Say good morning in the chat. Let me make sure everybody's saying good morning in the chat. I always like to see who. Tomorrow's St. Joseph's Day. We will sell more houses. Yes. That's what they used to say. Go take a St. Joseph's. I need to go do that at that condo. Right? Right, D? We need to put that in that condo over there. What up, Paul? Good morning to you. I missed the RIA meeting today. Sherry, is that where you're going? Are you going to the Charlotte Investor meeting right now? Is that where you're going, Sherry? You little. That's where I should be with you. I'm doing it. I'm gonna be there at this investor meeting. Oh, I've been really getting into investing. It's a whole nother world. All it's really you have a real estate license. You should use it. Use it for to help you have more conversations with people because they don't know, and most of us don't know. It's a really good opportunity to learn. So touch base with Sherry. She does a lot of that type of stuff, and I've been learning through her. So, good morning to you all. Good morning to you. So here's kind of why we were running a little late. Why we're running a little late, Hunter. I'm gonna be honest with you. I was texting Brittany, and I was just like, let's see. I was like, "Are you good for today?" I forgot to text you, and she wasn't able to. So guess what? You get to hear me back to back days. Because one of the why I'm very strong on this. I prepare myself every single day like I'm ready to rock and roll at anything that I have. So like that's why I shower, dress, do everything that I do at every single point that I look like if somebody's knock on my door and be like, "Hey, my neighbor just called me and said that they want to sell $1 million property. Can you talk?" Hey, you know what, Brock? There's a group down here that could really use you at the church. Would you be able to speak in front of them? I don't want to be like, well, hold on a second. I haven't brushed my teeth or I got myself together yet before I can go down there. I want to be ready at any given moment, dressed to impress. And it's just how my brain is. I got it when I was playing football. Was that if I dressed really well, I had my shoulder pads on well, my helmet fit really well. Like when you see people like hit their heads with their helmet all, like that's our way of like like a ram. Like we're getting ourselves ready. Like, okay, my helmet didn't fall off, my mouthpiece is in. I'm freaking ready to get laid out in case I get hit today. Like I was just always prepared. And I guess if I really think about it, Sherry, it comes to being an Eagle Scout. And my dad, if there's anything, well, there's many things, but like I remember my dad forced me to get that Eagle Scout. And I was like, this is stupid. Why do I need to do this? I mean, who really cares? And he would tell me, Peter, he's like, you're going to appreciate me. And this is like what I keep saying to myself with my daughter, Brielle. You're going to thank me later down the road. Yeah, I'm never going to thank you for this. And you know what? You know what? These parents, they got something. They know a thing or two. And I'm just so thankful. So, like, our motto in the Eagle Scout world and Boy Scout world is be prepared. So, like, if you were to go in my garage at any given point, I had this happen to me and I said, never again. And this is so for those of you who have abundance of money, and for those of you who don't have abundance of money, This is what you should prepare yourself for. Like I have an emergency toolkit. I have a generator. I have heat and gas to be able to last 2.5, 3 days. I have dry food ready to last in case. Why? Because it's not until your pants are down and you're bitching and whining that you're not prepared. And then you're just like, oh God, now look. And then we complain. And it's just like, well, did you prepare? I mean, could something happen? Put a five in the chat. Could something happen to you that could alter your day? You lose power, heat, air condition, like all these things could happen, right? So are you prepared? Now, I'm going on a huge tangent right now, but like it was just so I have to be prepared to speak today. That's why I show up every single day because at any given point, I don't really know. I'll tell you some of the psychotic behind it. But before I go into the psychotic, now I'll tell you the quick psychotic moment. So, so this is what I do every time I go to church. This is like when people say like Brock, how do you prepare for this? How do you like this is how I do it. At any given moment, when I'm at church, at any given moment, I sometimes think like, what happens if the priest said, "Who would like to come out up here and talk about the gospel today? Who would like to share a little message about the first reading today? Does anybody have something that they could share with the congregation?" I want to be like, I'm in. I'm ready. I could do it. Why is because to me, one, it separates me because how many other people be like, hell no, am I going up there to talk? I don't even know what was like, I wasn't even really paying attention. So at any given moment, and I share this with you all, this could be part of my message. I don't really know yet because I'm going to be asking you guys some questions here. But like at any given moment, are you prepared to go on a listing? Are you prepared to be on a buyer consultation? Are you prepared to go and if whatever it is in your business, like, hey, Chet, I really need to do this new home construction loan. Could you come meet with me in about an hour just to kind of go through it? What happens if they said to you, John, like, listen, I got this big financial package and I just don't know what to do with it. I got this extra $30 million in my taxes. My financial advisor just told me I need to do something about it, or if not, I'm gonna be in trouble. Like, are you prepared, or would you be shitting a brick being like, oh my God, I'm not even close to being prepared. I'm not even dressed. I got a dress shirt up on top, but I wear shorts on the bottom. I don't even know where my paperwork is. Investment property. I wouldn't know what a BPO is. I wouldn't even know what to do with this. So I challenge you to write this down. Be prepared for anything and everything. And if you're not at that financial position, I want you to work on that. Do you have a first aid kit in your car? You can go on Amazon. You could buy them. I bought one. Do you have fire extinguishers in your kitchen? Do you have a fire escape ladder? Todd Harris taught me that. Do you have for your children? Do you have a fire escape plan? Are you prepared? Because at that moment, it's too late. Somebody else is going to beat you to it. Put a five in the chat if you really want to be in the top 5% of society in every frickin' thing that there is. I don't care what it looks like. I walk around my neighborhood I'm in the top 5% of how my mulch looks, how I have fertilizer down, how I have my flowers planted. I had a guy come up to me yesterday. He goes, it's actually my neighbor's brother. His name's Charlie. He's like, hey man, and Kimberly knows. Charlie, it's Kimberly's son. He goes, don't you rent here? I said, I do. He's like, man, you really take good care of this place for renting. I said, because to me, it's a principle behind it. It's a mindset behind it. You walk around this neighborhood, and how many people don't even take care of their own yard, and they freaking have ownership behind it. I want to be prepared in every freaking thing you possibly can. My car is gassed up on Sundays. My car is washed. My groceries are taken care of. I go Saturday mornings to get where's Paul? Because I would tell Paul like never freaking go to Home Goods, grocery stores when everybody else is there. You're wasting your time because you got to deal in lines that you could have, if you were more efficient with your time, you could have been prepared and go at the time periods that you can get in and out. That's why I go to Lowe's at 6:15 in the morning. I don't go at 6. Why? Is because is it true that most W-2 employees, if you don't care about your job, you're going to show up late? So guess what? When I get there at 6, ready to rock, well, he's just getting in. He's still punching in. I don't know where he is. We're still waiting. Sorry. So I've had that happen a couple times. I was like, that's because they're trying to freaking get to work at the last minute, to probably try to put their apron on and everything else. I said, you know what? I'm just going to show up a little bit late. That way, when I get there, they're already ready to rock and roll. These are little things that I do. So I'm always prepared. So let's go to the affirmation. Let's go to the affirmation first because now you get to say it twice this week. You get to say it twice this week. Maybe somebody missed it yesterday. You get to really say it today. So I want you to really say it with purpose. A lot of you put fives in here that you want to be prepared. A lot of you said, like, I want to be all in and being efficient and prepared with my time. So use that energy right now to work through yourself and how good you're gonna be in this. Like really take ownership of this. So on the count of three, let's all say this together with full passion and meaning. One, two, and three.
Something good
Something
Something
good
good
is
is gonna
going to
happen to
happen
me.
to me.
Something good is
something
gonna
good is
Good.
happen
going to
to me.
happen
Good is going to
through me.
happen through me.
Man, I just get excited when I hear you all. I get really just like Chad Free. We get all riled up a little bit. So what I wanted to talk about while you're still looking at the wonderful, I'm gonna read to you the devotion that I had. Okay. Now, I can't make this up, Chet. Steve, this is real serious. Jackie, I am pissed that I did not get an appointment yesterday. I'm a little upset. I did not get an appointment yesterday. Like, I'm all in getting one appointment a day. That's literally my mindset of where I'm at. I'm kind of pissed off right now in the real estate market because things aren't moving at the pace that I want. So when I get pissed, I just freaking call up everybody under the sun to make more money. That's what I do. What do you do to get pissed? Like, what happens to you when you want to make more money? Like, write that down. What do you do when you want to make more money? Money. You want to complain about it? You go tell your neighbor? Do you bitch about the market? Like, what is it that you do? I get pissed and I just call more people. And right now, I'm calling for sale by owners. And I have it blocked out. I told Latrice I do 21 days to 60 days. I call those people. They're more paying. They haven't gotten the bit. Like hell, if real estate agents can't sell a house, how the hell are you going to sell a house? Like you don't even know what the hell you're doing. Like that's my mindset going into it. So I was just like, okay, and then I have a plan blocked out today for 90 minutes of calling distressed wholesale and novation type of clients for cash sales. And I do that. I'm like, well, how long you want to stay in this for? How long, what does your plan look like that you want to stay in misery? Misery? What do you mean? I said, well, are you happy? No. Are you financially grounded? No. Well, it sounds miserable to me. Like, well, don't you want to get out of that? But you got to give it in that perspective. So, what I'm going to do while you're all listening into this devotion, my message yesterday, before I actually remembered that it was St. Patrick's Day, was going to be, what is it? Like, let me just kind of when I was at church, I was just like, it'd be kind of fun to be like somebody be like, hey, somebody give me some concepts, topics that you want me to talk about, and off whim, I got to talk about it. Sometimes it's fun because when you go and you already know your message ahead of time as a speaker, you're just like, okay, this is great. But some of my best messages or my best coaching is like, write your problems in the chat, and I'll figure out answers for them, or I'll find an answer for you. So to me, maybe there's a concept or a topic that I'm saying here today after the devotion. Feel free to put it in the chat, and I will talk about it. Or you can ask me a question on something that I do for being prepared, or wherever it might take us for the remainder of time. So John, Mr. John Root, look at that guy. It's been great working with John. Him and I do novations now. We've been doing them in Virginia, and I've been having a lot of fun with John because he's just an intelligent human being, and he's just so like he's so driven and purposeful, and that's like I just love that type of stuff. So shout out to you, John. Good stuff, man. So it kind of goes into the theme of what we talked about today of being prepared and doing the little things. Kind of like when Sherry looked at me when I said like this is why I go in at 6:15 because some of these people like they're just W-2 employees show up late. It's just like they don't care about their job. They're there to get a paycheck. If you did a poll and put it in Gemini and says what's the percentage of people who live paycheck to paycheck? What is the percentage of people who just work to get paid, like to get their W-2 job? It's a high percentage. They don't have any ownership in the business. You guys are all 1099 employees. Like you own your business. Like if you freaking shit the bed, don't go to work, guess what? You're not making any money. If you go to a W-2 job, another company, and you want to scroll, you just kind of want to go, well, whatever. I get there when I get there, spend a little extra time in the bathroom, go to extra lunch. Like you're still going to get paid the same amount of money. In our business, that doesn't happen that way. Like if you decide to take a 3 hour lunch, you're behind your day 3 hours. Point blank. There's nothing else. There's nobody else like back. Oh, hey, I'm gonna go to lunch. Leo and Gemma, do you guys mind just like hitting the phones for me and like making some phone calls? And like they're not doing that, so you miss out. And that's what happens because we keep that pattern behavior. So today's devotion is this. It says, "Daily decisions decide destiny." I'm gonna say it again for those taking notes. I think this is very, very important. Daily decisions decide destiny. Why do I do what I do? Why do I get up at 3:57? Why does this take like I'm not this is not victimhood, but like I'm struggling with vertigo right now. For whatever reason, I woke up in the middle of the last night with vertigo and it sucks. And I was pissed this morning because I was just like I tried to walk to the bathroom and it was like back in my old days. I felt like I was better drunk. I was like I couldn't even walk. I was like I got no choice but to like lay down. I was pissed because then my schedule was off. But I was like, I'm going for a walk outside no matter what. I don't care if I have to crawl. It's always my rule. Like I have to do something. And I've done it with back problems. I've done it sick. I've puked before. Like it doesn't, and I'm still alive. Because to me, is if I can overcome that, I can do anything else the rest of the day. And I did it barefoot in the morning too, because why? Is because barefoot gets you very grounded with the universe. Heather's smiling because she knows, like, if you study this all, like, I don't care what it takes. Like, I have hydrogen, that I have hydrogen water, I have hydrogen inhalers. Like, I do whatever it takes. Like, I actually feel really good right now. Well, if I decide to sleep in until 8 o'clock and woe is me, I wouldn't probably be here dressed and impressed, ready to rock and roll today because I've been like, well, guys, let me just tell you what happened. I say it to you that if you have challenges, like just don't like absorb them, but like figure out a way. Like Fran, she was my mom this morning. She's like, now did you do this? And what about this? And I was like, no, Fran, I didn't do that. And I appreciate that. Like, I don't know, like I don't get vertigo very often. Like, I don't know, once every several years. But when it hits, I was just like, Fran's funny. She's like, "How'd you like what do you think caused it?" I don't know. I opened up my eyes and started looking around, and it was like a freaking I was on a spinning wheel. It wasn't fun. But I digress. So let's go back to to the devotion. So Peter it says daily decisions decide destiny. It says four simple words sum up an important reminder to keep with us throughout the day. Now, I like this sentence because it says throughout the day. It doesn't say, Jared, as you yawn. It doesn't say that, like, first thing, like, in the morning I do it. Jared's like, damn, you caught me. It doesn't say it, like, at the end. It says throughout the entire day. It doesn't say at lunchtime. I was listening to a video today about putting God first. And it says like don't put God first and then like 10 minutes later he's back at the bottom of the of the list. Like he stays first throughout the entire day. Hunter caught you too, Jared. He stays that the entire time. And so like it says throughout the day. It says often it seems the big decisions require our heart and mind and soul. But life is made up of mostly the little forms of little decisions, little details, dressing up, getting up early, saying my affirmations, saying my gratitudes, Right now, I'm doing a decade of the rosary every single day. That's my Lent thing. Is doing that. It was funny. We were at church or Monday with Wendy and I went to a church program. Oh, I told you about it. Oh, I didn't give you that guy's name. I will do that. Sorry, all. And when they did a decade of the rosary, and I was just like, oh, I get an extra one in today. But that's just my way of like doing something spiritual. I work on the seven pillars of Zig Ziglar. For those of you being a balanced life, write that down. Seven pillars of Zig Ziglar. Are you balanced in all of them? What does that look like? I take those seven pillars and I put one non negotiable with each pillar. I have to hit all seven of them every single day in some capacity, in some way. I have a non negotiable for each pillar. Just what I do. It sets me with behaviors and habits. So when people say, well, Brock, you're lucky, I'm not lucky. I just have a better behavior and pattern than you. I just have better habits than you. That's plain, like, don't get mad at me. Join me. But life is made up of mostly little decisions, and these many little decisions become our life. Chad talked about the garage and cleaning out the garage. Well, you never would have to clean out the garage if you just practice good behaviors and habits and you always put your shit back to when you're supposed to. It's plain and simple. Like if you just go in the garage, put it away. If you go in the garage and you're supposed to go in the attic, put it in the attic. But we become lazy and we'll do it later. That's why it's so important to me, no matter how sick, crippled I am, I will do my walk because I will never do it later. Put a five in the chat. How many of you say I'll do it later and you don't get to it? Be honest with yourselves. I mean, it used to happen to me all the time. I'll do it later. I'll do it later. I'll do it later. I'll do it later. And it just doesn't happen. As you move throughout your day, realize that each decision, whether large or small, is a brick of the foundation of your destiny. Give each decision the attention of your heart and soul, remembering there's no such thing as little decisions. I don't know if Jay's on here, but Jay and I were at Panera Bread. We met for about an hour and a half yesterday. He runs the amazing team at Goosehead Mortgage, Goosehead Insurance, and they were in Nashville. And we were just talking about little things. And I was saying, like, well, did you celebrate that with your wife? You know, your kids are like they're going to go to like they're not going to be at home anymore. They're going to big school. I said, did you celebrate that with your wife? He looked at me. He's like, what? I said, yeah, that's a celebration, man. Like your kids are graduating, they're moving on a new chapter. Celebrate it with your wife. Like that's something like celebrate small wins. Write that down. Do I celebrate small wins? Do I celebrate the small wins? Like I celebrate Sunday evening every time if I get all my stuff done and I get it done before 4 o'clock. So then that way I can relax. Is my calendar done? My car clean, my car gassed or lunches, groceries, lawn mowed, or all my household chores? Did I do all my prayers? Did I get myself prepped for the week? Like, did I get that all done before Sunday at 3 o'clock? It's a goal I have every weekend. What does that look like? That way I'm not running around ragged. I'm not like, oh, what the hell am I going to do Monday, Wednesday? Like it's all mapped out. Today's affirmation says this: I make thoughtful decisions each day. I make thoughtful decisions each day. I'm going to use a word Chad talks about in purposeful decisions. I write down this affirmation every single day. I say this, David: make good decisions. Because if you make good decisions, see, Jim Morris and I were talking about what we used to do on St. Patrick's Day in the morning, and I could tell you this: Bailey's was one of them, and that would be going in my coffee. That wasn't a good decision. At the time, it seemed like a great decision. Peter goes to the gym every freaking day. I love seeing his messages: good, bad, or indifferent, rain, snow, sleet, whatever it is. He's in New York. He's got to deal with weather, but he's doing I see his video. He might not think anybody's looking at the video. He's like, I don't know why I'm doing this. I had one view on it. That could be me. And it could inspire me because there's times I'm doing my videos and I got nobody at 5:30 in the morning. I'm like, I don't even know why Justin makes me do this. Nobody even looks at this stupid thing. And nobody even cares what I do. But then somebody out of the week will say something to me like, man, I really appreciate your message. So Peter, I appreciate your message because I do listen to it. It means a lot to me. It makes like he's doing it. If he can do it, I can do it. So that is my message today. And ironically, somehow God made me have enough words on my mouth to last us till 8:43. So if you got a message or something out of today, I want you to go find this number on the keyboard. It's a 7. It's the 7 button, Jared. And instead of saying 5 today, I want you to put a 7 in the chat. And I want you to really put in there, did you get something out of today? Because I had no intentions on what I was going to talk about. I had no idea what I was going to bring to the table, but I hope it moved the needle in you. I hope you were able to take something from it and be like, you know what, I could do those 7 pillars. I could write that down. I could do the small little things. You know what? I might freaking just dress. I might shower and dress for the next 10 days to see if I could do it. I have little things that I do like that I try to do for 40 days in a row to be consistent. I have little tablets. I'm going to eat healthy for 40 days. I'm going to walk for 40 days. I'm going to run for 40 days. I'm going to read a book for 40 days. Like, I just think it's a big number. It's very often used in the Bible. And so it's like, that's why I choose 40 because people always ask me that. Um, so, anybody got anything they'd like to say, share, add on here? We got about a minute and a half before we go. Can I send you these notes? Latrice, yes, we can send you the note. We'll put it in there. Who said? Somebody said something. Whose voice is Peter? What up, Peter?
Hey everyone. So Brock is right? Like you post your wins, post your challenges. If you affect one person in the day, you've won the day. I'm running a little late today, but day 68 at the gym right after this. You saw me eating my breakfast, not feeling great and really don't want to go, but I'm gonna go. Why? Because if I don't start there, the rest of the day doesn't matter. And we get wrenches thrown in, right? I just had my doctor call me who said you got to go for an X-ray. I'm going to go to the gym first, then I'm going to go to the X-ray. She's not happy about that, but that's me. I'm happy about that. And then it's coaching calls and listing appointments. Post your wins, post what you're doing, because my wife says to me every day, why do you post that stuff?
Mm,
If one person joins me and makes a move in the morning, for me, it's a win. I've helped somebody. That's how I look at it. Thanks, Brock,
amen,
for
brother.
being here.
Amen, man. Amen. Great stuff right there. Great stuff. We did put in the chat all our shows are recorded now and put on my channel. So you can go to my YouTube channel. We do put our show notes there. We break it down. We do use artificial intelligence. Don't think that I'm sitting over here writing all these notes down. We use artificial intelligence. We put it all in the show notes for you all. Tomorrow, for those of you who are interested, we've had a lot of people. I'm going to share my artificial intelligence on what I'm doing in the real estate business, how I'm creating websites in less than 3 minutes using Claude, how we're implementing it and using emotion, and how I use it to prepare for my listing appointments, what's working, what's not working. So I'll be sharing that in the Power Players, as well as anybody interested in my group coaching. We're going to be really focusing on that. It's $97. It's much cheaper than some of the other coaching programs. So a real easy way and financial way to get in front of people, or to for me, and it's me personally coaching you. So take a look at that all. We got all the links inside the chat. Guys, I appreciate y'all. God bless you all. And we'll be back tomorrow morning at 8:15 with our girl Justine. Till then, see ya. Jim, look alive, Jim. Look alive. Peace out, brother. I see you driving.